Urgent Day Bears fan, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest your team news. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Dennis Allen reportedly urging Bears to draft key offensive player. The Chicago Bears are in full evaluation mode ahead of the 2025 NFL Draft. They know this final leg could prove the difference between another losing record and finally breaking through to the playoffs. GM Ryan Poles has set them up well with 3 picks in the first 41 slots. If they can hit on those 3 with good players, the Bears will be equipped to finally make noise in the NFC. Everything starts at 10 overall, the 4th top 10 selection the team has held since 2023. Poles, head coach Ben Johnson, the top personnel. Directors and both coordinators spent time running through the 30 players they feel are the best options. It was during this process that Dennis Allen turned heads. Johnson spoke with Adam Hogue of CHGO about the draft during the NFL owners' meetings. He was asked his opinion about Penn State tight end Tyler Warren. While many don't consider that position of premium value compared to others, Warren is considered one of the most unique talents in this class. Would the Bears consider him at 10 if the situation is right? Johnson didn't give a direct answer, but he did tell a little story about Allen that may have tipped the team's hand. Dennis Allen knows plenty about game-changing tight ends. His coaching career involved confrontations with some of the best in the league over the past decade, including Antonio Gates, Travis Kelce, Greg Olsen, Tony Gonzalez, and Rob Gronkowski. Allen understands what talents like that can do to opposing defenses, so for him to tell Poles and Johnson that Warren is going to be a problem can't be understated. It would be so easy for him to stay in his lane and focus on guys who can help his defense. Nope. Has about helping the Bears wherever possible. That is probably the head coach in him. His years running the show in Oakland and New Orleans gave him a wider perspective. It has to be about getting the best players. Sometimes the draft will make it clear the offense is the strength and others will be the defense. Based on recent projections, it feels like the best options for the Bears at 10 will be on the offensive side, be it Warren, Ashton Jeanty, or Will Campbell. Good on him for not letting his personal background cloud reality. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest The Monsters of the Midway news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks, now let's get back to the news. Bears estimated trade. Cost to land Bengals Trey Hendrickson revealed by NFL writer. The Chicago Bears' search for a star edge rusher in the post-Khalil Mack era has been fruitless to this point. It's not as though the Bears haven't tried. They've brought in, among others, Yannick Ngakoue, Montez Sweat, and most recently, Dayo Odeyingbo. But they've still been among the worst teams in the NFL in most quarterback pressure stats. As such, the Bears have been a team frequently linked to Cincinnati Bengals star Trey Hendrickson, the 2024 NFL sacks leader. Hendrickson is only under contract for 1 more season and has been granted permission to seek a trade. Hendrickson being available doesn't mean the Bears are a lock to land him, even if they're willing to match every dollar he wants for a contract extension. The Bengals have high demands now, and it's hard to project how much those demands might come down even if Hendrickson threatens to hold out. In a recent article, Max Debel of Heavy projected that the Bears might be able to pry Hendrickson loose from Cincinnati while giving up just 1 first-round pick, the 10th overall selection in this year's draft, instead of multiple. Chicago can take a swing on a rookie pass rusher with the number 10 pick, or the franchise could use that asset to explore a trade for an established edge defender like Trey Hendrickson of the Cincinnati Bengals, which would almost certainly prove more immediately effective than any other path, Dibble wrote. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reported last week that Hendrickson may sit out games as part of a contract holdout, and the closer he gets to free agency, the less value the Bengals will be able to extract in return. Though the Bears would likely have to tack on more assets to the deal, it would be a pretty major win for general manager Ryan Poles to get Hendrickson for a single first-rounder. And the Bears' future payroll is cleaner than Cincinnati's, so trading a high pick to Cincinnati while giving Hendrickson a long-term extension to play in Chicago might be the best solution for both sides. Bears the perfect fit RB in draft, and it's not Ashton Jeanty. The Bears could draft an under-the-radar running back. The Chicago Bears are expected to take a running back in the 2nd round of the 2025 NFL Draft, and it might not be Ashton Jeanty.
The Bears have been linked to Iowa running back Caleb Johnson, who would be a good fit for the team, per ESPN's Matt
Bowen. The Bears could target Johnson early on day 2 to pair him with DeAndre Swift in the backfield. Has a linear glider with the north-south acceleration to create big plays, Bowen wrote. Last season at Iowa, he rushed for 21 touchdowns and added 43 carries of 10 or more yards. Johnson would be a good fit for the outside zone scheme that new Coach Ben Johnson has run in the past. And with an uptick in usage in an NFL pass game, he'd produce on screens and backfield releases for Chicago. Johnson rushed for 1,137 yards and 21 touchdowns off 240 carries in 2024, making him one of college football's most productive running backs. Ben Johnson's play calling earned him Bears job. Newly hired Chicago Bears head coach Ben Johnson has a knack for play calling. His coaches knew he was going to be a successful coach before his playing career even came to an end. Soon after I got into college, I started getting the comments from the coordinators, "Man, you're going to be a great coach one day," Johnson said via The Athletic. That's a compliment, but it's also a backhanded compliment because it means you're not a very good player. I knew exactly where my future was going. Johnson is appreciative of the opportunity he never even expected to have. My approach has always been, whatever role I was currently in, how do I best at that particular role, Johnson said. I wasn't necessarily looking at becoming a play caller. I didn't think I'd ever have the chance to be a play caller, much less a head coach. For the longest time there in Miami, it was about, how do I break through and be a position coach in this league? The Bears are hoping to turn over a new leaf with Johnson leading the way. And now, Da Bears fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Da Bears. I'll be back any moment with more. The monsters of the Midway News.